So, good morning, ma'am. I'm Carl Lawrence Palis, and my report is all about daylighting. Daylighting is an architectural practice of using natural sunlight to illuminate indoors, reducing reliance on electrical lights, saving energy, and boosting occupant well-being by controlling windows, skylights, and reflective surfaces. It involves careful design to maximize beneficial light while preventing glare and excessive heat, creating healthier, more productive environments with improved mood and circadian rhythms. So, yung architectural practice of daylighting, it is only using of natural lights. So, when we say architectural, it can be home, schools, industrials, factories, museums, and any form of buildings, and etc. So, yung sunlight, natural sunlight, alam naman natin it is a sun. Um, the purpose or the importance of daylighting is we reducing the reliance on electrical lights, electric lights, di ba? We all know that electric lights is very expensive nowadays. Also, the number one solution here is we save energy. And yung kinagandahan din dito sa daylighting, we save energy. The reliance in electric light, we lessen the reliance on electric lights, and it is only controlling by windows, skylights, and reflective surfaces. So yung architectural practice is only using of windows, skylights, and reflective surfaces. So, um, ang laki ng ambag ng daylighting sa atin, and as of up to now, it is used in the overseas or in the USA, in the Canada. Ginagamit talaga nila yung daylighting, because yun na nga, it reducing reliance on electric lights and saving energy. So, even though na sunlight or natural light yung daylighting, um, the purpose or the practice of this architectural design for daylighting is you prevent glare and excessive heat. We all know that the sun or the natural light is masakit siya sa laman, or nakakapaso siya, di ba? So, by this architectural practice, even though we are using natural light, it is unharmful also in our body, because it is using only ano ba yan? It is preventing the glare and heat, creating healthier, more productive environment with improved mood and circadian rhythm. So, let's proceed. Why it is important? Bakit nga ba importante yung daylighting? It's crucial for reducing energy cost by lessening reliance on electric lights, improving occupants' health, well-being, and productivity through better mood, alertness, and sleep by syncing with our natural circadian rhythms, and enhancing the visual quality and comfort for indoor spaces, for better focus and performance in homes, schools, and workplace. So, daylighting, nakasabi dito, bakit nga ba siya importante? Because it is crucial for reducing energy cost. Because, di ba, bakit crucial? Crucial siya kasi, try to imagine na yung bahay nyo is walang ilaw. Di ba? Or walang daylighting practice. Usually is ang ano talaga, madilim sa loob, 'di ba? How can you survive kung ganun, para kang nasa kuweba? So the practice of this daylighting is to help improve. Also, it um, it give us a better mood, alertness, and sleep by syncing. Basta ang ginagandahan talaga dito is we reducing energy cost by lessening reliance on electric lights, improving occupant, and also it improve occupant health well-being. No, so can be in home or in schools and also in workplace. So may picture ako dito. Sana kita niyo or maintindihan niyo. Um, this is the form or the parang the procedure of using the natural light. As you can see, ito yung ginawa ng architecture na plano or yung um, establishment na na example. So, even though na ganito lang, pero may I believe that itong blue parang airflow siya or the intake of the air, and may red din siya na arrow which is way out for hot air. So hindi lang siya totally na sinasabi natin na light lang, but it's giving us also the freshness inside the house. So as you can see, dito na yung mga procedure on how the daylight architecture practice works. As you can see dito, the cutting sunlight, dito na yung nagre-reflect na siya dito. Sunlight, nagre-reflect siya dito parang bubong, and then exploded na agad siya. Nag-explode na yung natural light. And also here sa taas, explode na siya. Take note, yung the sunlight or the natural light depends kung anong oras na. Ang isang benefits din dito is or in the assessor natin, they are using the light or the sunlight kung malalaman natin kung anong oras na, 'di ba? Usually pag morning is pataas pa lang siya. And then pag sa gitna, usually ng alam ng mga assessor natin is it is 12. Pag pababa na naman siya, can be 3, 4 or 5 p.m. So it is very natural. It is very ginagamit pa rin hanggang ngayon. So I have here some examples of architectural practice that or architectural design that is existing up to now. So number one is we have the clerestory windows. High windows letting in diffuse light, common in churches and modern homes. So as you can see the picture, yung high windows, it is commonly in churches and modern homes. Ito sa taas, no? It is reflected sunlight to the ground and reflected to the ceiling. Kaya nagiging talaga siya maliwanag. So number 2 is we have the skylights and laylights. Roof openings or flash ceiling panels for direct overhead illuminations like those in Kuwait Air Force Troops. So this kind of design is matatagpuan natin sa Kuwait, sa Air Force Troops nila. But may nakita din akong katulad dito sa museums ganun. The next is we have the light shelves, horizontal reflective surfaces placed inside or outside windows to bounce light deeper into a room, minimize glare. So usually nakikita ko to or nakikita ko to sa mga buildings, sa mga usually sa mga naga-meeting ng mga CEO, 'di ba, yung mga sa movie, usually may mga ganito sila. Now I know what is the purpose of this. So as you can see, the yellow is the sa natural light. When it comes dito sa light shelves nila is magre-reflect siya to the ceiling down to the floor. So ito yung method or yung purpose. Ito yung purpose ng light shelves. So let's proceed to solar tubes or tubes, reflective tubes that channel sunlight from the roof down into the interior spaces. Great for windowless areas. So solar tubes, alam naman natin or nakikita natin to sa mga factories or industries. Usually, ito yung ginagamit nila. Bakit? Kasi it is very useful sa mga industries kasi we all know that industries has no window or windowless. 'Di ba? Mas madami sa mga industries is walang bintana. Kaya usually they are using this kind of solar tubes. Solar tubes is made of steel or made of metal. So pag tama ng natural light sa kanya is magsha-shine talaga siya na base kung ano man na kung anong liwanag yung bibigay ni natural light. So as you can see dito sa picture, natural light papunta dito and then mag-explode na yung natural light sa kanya. So 'di ba very ano ng mga architecture talaga yan. Very ano ba yan? Very creative. Even though hindi mo na kailangan ng electric. It is only using the natural light. So next is we have the atria and courtyards. So ito sa mga courtyards usually ginagamit din to sa mga Asian Greek or Roman Greek ba yun? Usually they are using this kind of parang ano ba, building, ginagamit nila ito because atria and courtyards central open spaces designed to bring light and air into core of large building like the Berlaymont building glass facade. So ito din yung atria or and courtyards. Diba, as you can see sa picture, katulad lang siya nito, but this is parang ventilated siya. While this, it is an open area for air also and for the light. So I believe the form of the sun, parang mga hapon na yan siguro because it is going to sidewards. So yun lang. So design strategies, building orientation, positioning a building, maximize desirable sunlight and minimize harsh glare, dynamic facades, automated rovers that track the sun to control light entry in advanced office building. So ito yung mga design strategies ng mga architectures natin. Reflective surfaces, using light colored walls, ceiling and floor to bounce and spread the natural light. So yun lang ma'am. I hope students you get something or may natutunan kayo. So yun lang.